Wish I could cut her up, but my stomach come before sex. A house full of hoes. Now what's the ingredients? Spaghetti plus a monthly flow.
They know they're making it hard on the yard. Fuck Chris Darden, fuck Marshall Claw. Taking us when we in the spotlight for a joke.
Man, it's beyond race, beyond TV, beyond what you know, motherfucker. If you don't like doing this, don't be here. You know? And know what you want. Well, people define success in lots of different ways, you know? For some people, they're never gonna think they're successful unless they sell 1 million records. For me, I've only sold about 140,000 in my career put together. And yet I'm able to feed my family, I'm able to pay off my parents' mortgage, I'm able to buy my own crib, I was able to buy a farm, I was able to buy my grandmother a house in Latin America, put my sister through college, help open an orphanage. But that's me. You know, think about what you want in life. What do you want out of this? If you're here for the culture, that's great, man. Then just expect that. If you're here for the money, then don't expect no love from real niggas. Because real niggas gonna see that. They're gonna be like, oh, you just here for the paper. Which means it's give and take. Because when you get some paper, it means people's free to take it. You know, but if you stand for something and brothers in the street see that you're righteous and even if you don't rhyme about that, you be about it. Because I know people that are in the industry right now that they rhyme about the most ignorant topics in the motherfucking world. And yet on the side, they donate privately and quietly to things. They give their time to stuff. And then I know artists that talk about revolution that ain't shit. So I think it's a balance, and that's what hip hop originally was. You know, it was the balance of the revolutionary or the street artist, right? And then you had the party rapper, right? Now each of these people is very important because one of them talks about the struggle to be, and the other one writes songs to make people understand that there's a better life possible. In the same way that, you know what, slaves sang songs on the plantation, not because they wanted to be there, but because they wanted to imagine a better life outside of plantation, away from slavery. Why you think niggas rhyme about shit that they'll never have sometimes, or things that they don't have then? You know, oh, I got a Bentley. No, you don't, nigga. You sitting in front of the projects freestyling in the DVD. How the fuck you got a Bentley? But I know where that style comes from. And I think it's very important because there was the balance to it. Hip hop in the 70s, during the time, and the 80s, during the era of Reaganomics, was not a good time for Black and Latino people. It's a time of social degradation and suffering. So for us to look back and say, you know, these are the two sides of our culture, this is what we wanted. It's not an insult, it's the fact that we had that balance back then. Now, after the corporations bastardized the culture, they took this side out of it. And then they took the party rapper, and even aspects of the party rapper, because the party rapper used to know his lessons back in the day. They took little pieces of that. So now all you have left is this fragment of a party rapper that's supposed to represent us, you know what I mean? As if you can define black people in that caricature. As if you could define, like I said, Irish people by Guinness, or Jews by matzo ball soup, or Asians by chopsticks. You know what I mean? You take one tiny piece of our culture and you decide to represent us as a people like that. You know, diversity was the strength of hip hop. That's why I made an album as a mixtape, The Third World, with so many concepts, with so many relatable things, with so many different feelings. Diversity. We're diversifying the revolution.